Hello and welcome to Massage Marketing Agency. The whole purpose of this video, I'm just going to go through a couple very important points and tactics, some strategies, and some broad overviews about how to get traffic to your website. So thank you for watching this. You're going to learn a lot from it. If you hear some barking in the background, it's my dog, Kronk. He's laying and he's sleeping in the sunshine and having a dream. So don't mind him. He's totally okay. When it comes to getting traffic to your website, there's a lot that kind of needs to be done. But I want to start from the beginning and just say, don't worry, don't get overwhelmed, relax. Everything is okay. Everything is good. It's definitely something you can do. It's probably a lot easier than you're imagining, and you're probably building up these things in your head and getting a little worried, or maybe you've learned from a couple different sources about how to get traffic and you're confused and overwhelmed because everybody says something different. And I know how that feels, so don't worry, relax, you're fine, it's totally good. The one thing that I want from you after this video is I want you to be able to understand the basics of what you need to do for traffic. For example, we're going to talk about pay-per-click, PPC. We're going to talk about search engine optimization, SEO. We're going to talk about social media. We're going to talk a little bit about blogging. It's kind of part of search engine optimization, but it is another way to get more traffic. So we're going to talk mostly about those three: search engine optimization, pay-per-click, and social media, and how they benefit you. You'll have a good idea of what to do, kind of specifically, some more tactics, some step-by-step things, and then also at the same time you have an overview, a big idea of what needs to happen. Also too, as a warning, is I'm going to be making some more in-depth videos about each of these in the future. I've already made one for search engine optimization, and you can find that. I'll have a link to that in the description or somewhere below, somewhere around here, and you'll be able to find that video as well. And one thing I want you to see, at the end of this video, I want you to be able to see that everything is easy, and I want to take away all your frustrations. I want to take away all your fears. There's not a problem in the world when it comes to getting traffic to your website. So congratulations, you're already on the path. I do want to remind you, before we get into the content, I want to remind you how awesome you are and that you're an action taker, that you go out there and you get things done, you're making things happen for your life, and I congratulate you for that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are happy sitting on the couch, watching TV, wasting their life, letting it go by, doing things, not helping anyone, not even helping themselves, not doing anything. I want to congratulate you and thank you for being an action taker, getting out there, building your website, getting it done, getting traffic, helping people, serving them, giving them massages, changing the world, changing yourself, building yourself a life. This is awesome. So I want to remind you that you are awesome and thank you for doing that. The world needs more people like you. So let's get into some content. Well, first I want to talk about some problems, about what really is facing. So I already mentioned that a lot of times there's a lot of experts talking about what to do in order to get traffic to your website. This can be very confusing. That is part of the problem, is that there's so many people saying they're the expert. I'm actually included in this group because I do know a lot about search engine optimization, but if I am confusing you, don't listen to me. Don't turn it off, okay? You need to be able to have something very simple, very clear, and make everything balanced in the way that you go about it and the steps that you take. So if I'm adding to that, turn it off. Because there are a lot of people saying they know what to do, and I'm not the only one that knows. I've learned a lot from a lot of other experts out there on how to do search engine optimization, pay-per-click, and social media effectively. I've applied them, and I found some things that work and some things that don't. Also, that's a problem, not really a problem. I want you to expect that, is that you're going to do some things that don't work. So don't worry about it. It's okay. The world eventually someday is going to end, and you're going to die someday. It's okay, and all of this, what you did, yes, it matters, but it doesn't really matter in the long term. So if you waste a little bit of time or a little bit of money doing something, it's okay. Don't worry. You're going to fail a little bit. But with those failures come lessons and experience, and that's where success comes from. So that's something I want to recommend, or not recommend, remind you of as well. Also too is that tactics change. Okay, so we have a lot of different things that we do in order to get traffic. Over time, they're probably going to become obsolete. They're going to change. So you need to be constantly changing and evolving with the search engines, with internet marketing, with what's going on, with how people are. And I want you to remember that too, is that your big overall strategy is not really going to change, but your little tactics and how you do it is definitely going to change. So expect that. If something's not working, stop. Don't do it. And I do want to recommend that you do want to kind of give some effort and give it a real good push before you kind of quit. But if it's not working, don't do it. Don't waste your time anymore. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your life anymore on something that doesn't work. So go ahead, and I wanted to remind you of those things. And I want you to maybe even step back a little bit. And I want you to just kind of forget what we're talking about and imagine how your book, your appointment book, will be filling up. Because if you do internet marketing correctly, people are going to make appointments. You're going to get more clients. Your other clients or your existing clients are going to keep returning and getting more massages. And things are just going to happen. It's going to be very little effort on your part, and it's going to be awesome. You're going to sit there, kind of soak it in. Your schedule's going to fill up. It'll be easy. Yes, you will have some weekly maintenance type things you need to do to make sure that you keep getting that traffic, but it's really not that big of a deal. You put a little work in, and then you get the rewards, and those rewards keep coming over a period of time. So that's awesome. Also, is that I just want you to imagine that what it's going to be like, feel that success, feel how it's going to be, and you'll really enjoy that feeling now. And as you work through it, you'll be able to really experience that feeling later in life as well. And I want to remind you that I've done it for a lot of clients, and I'm actually in the current process of doing all of these things that I'm about to teach you for myself as well with Massage Marketing Agency. So at the time I'm filming this, I'm doing all this stuff for myself as well. So let's get into the start. I want to start very short term. So the short term and the fastest way to get traffic, hands down, and the easiest way, it is a little bit more expensive, is pay-per-click. And it's called PPC. I have here pulled up a quick little browser. I did a search for Denver massage therapist. This is a typical keyword that somebody's going to be searching for, massage therapist in Denver. These are the results that I got. You can see the maps. There's all of these little red dots are massage therapists. These are the main ones. Maps is another way that I will create another video about how to get your results up on the maps. That is a good way to get a lot of business. Also too, what you can see is if you can see a little lightly shaded pinkish tannish type box right here, that is, or those are pay-per-click ads. Also over here you can see how it says ads, up here ads. So these top three results are pay-per-click. So they are paying. If I were to click this, elementsmassage.com, Denver Massage, would get charged a certain amount of money for that click. They would pay for my traffic. Also, same over here, they'd pay for the traffic. These over here are a little less on the right side than you would see up here. And what happens is it's kind of like an auction. Whoever's willing to pay the most and whoever has the best relationship with Google actually gets these clicks up here. Gets this spot. So this person, Denver Massage School, it's actually not for massage therapists, but if I were wanting to become a massage therapist, that would be helpful. Heritage Education, again, another massage school. So I'm finding them all over here. Colorado Spine and Disc. So it looks like a chiropractic office is doing ads for their massage therapy. So you can see there, those are all the pay-per-click ads. Later we will talk about this section right here, which is below the ads. Everything below that, you can see these are the maps listings. And then you can see everything below here is all search engine optimization. So that is free. They are not paying to be there. They have the right requirements, and Google says that they are the best for Massage Therapist Denver. And Google thinks that Massage Therapist Denver, the most relevant and trusted answer is Denver School of Massage Therapy. And you can see here you have things like Yelp.com and Angie's List, and these Thumbtack. Those are all directories of massage therapists in the area. So let's go back up. This is pay-per-click. That is what they are. And what you do is you simply go to Google, you get your Gmail account, your Google account, and you can start doing pay-per-click ads for yourself today. One thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to create a title. You're going to create the message itself, and you're going to basically add a bid and say, I am willing to pay this much, this amount per click. Google will give you recommendations and say, what are you wanting to show up for? And they'll say, okay, this is what the clicks are going for. You can either accept that. Good thing, I guess, let me take a step back. Good thing about pay-per-click, it is very flexible, and it's something you can change instantly. You can put limits on it. You don't, say for example, and this is probably what you'll never ever pay, but you'll say these are $10 a click, which is a lot. But let's say they are. So if you get 100 people clicking that, you don't want to pay $1,000 to get people to your website this month. I mean, if it's worth it, it's worth it. But if it's not, it's not. So don't do it. But you can set a limit. Say, I am only willing to pay $1 per click, or 50 cents per click, or 20 cents, or $3 a click, or whatever it is. So you can set your limit. I'm not willing to pay more than this. And you can set your budget. I am not willing to pay more than this amount per month. And you can say, I want to spread out my budget all month, and I want to only show ads on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, or on the weekends. Or you have so much flexibility and control with where your ads show up, how they show up, and to who they show up. So you can say, I only want them to search for Denver massage therapist. Or you might want to do something, say you're in Stapleton or Northfield or anywhere else, Aurora, and you're a massage therapist there, you don't want to be showing up for Denver, because a lot of people won't be showing up there. You want to show up for Aurora massage therapist, or massage therapist in Aurora, or massage therapist near Aurora. And those are examples of searches you want to show up for. So later I'll make a video that will give more in-depth information about how to do better pay-per-click. However, this is definitely something you can get in, you can learn. And again, I'm saying you will waste some money. Some people are going to come to your website, they're not going to call you. So some of the basics with pay-per-click is that you always want to be testing, and they give you very good analytics. This many people clicked, this many people, this is how long they stayed on your website. They can show you all sorts of awesome data from these pay-per-click ads. So you want to test and find out what works. Whatever doesn't work, get rid of it. So what you need to do is you need to put out some ads, see what works, cut out the fat. Cut out all the stuff that doesn't work. Then take those things that work, test them, change them a little bit. Find what doesn't work as much, cut that out. And it's always a constant process of testing and revising. So you want to do that. Next thing is that you do want to put that limit on. Otherwise, you will probably end up spending much more than you want to. And instead of vesting into getting traffic, you're actually spending money and blowing it away. So be careful of that. Make sure you do set a limit, maybe a daily limit, weekly limit, monthly limit. And you want to make sure that those limits are set. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting with a pretty big bill eventually if somebody just clicking on those sites, on your links, on your ads. So you always want to be modifying, you always want to be changing. And then the next thing I want to talk about is landing page. So let's just click somebody down here. Best Hands in Denver. Let's click them. I actually just charged them for that click. So they're paying for it. Let's see if it'll actually pull up. It's Micah Button Massage, or Mika Button Massage. So Mika, I apologize or Micah, it's taken a while to pull up. I apologize for charging you that. If you ever want me to reimburse you for that, let me know. Anyway, wow, this is taking a very long time to pull up. I don't know if that's his site or if it's my connection or something, but he has welcome to MBMT. The hearts beat so the hands can heal. I personally am not a fan of music. It's distracting for me, but it can be relaxing. Some people like it. So if you have music, Don't be offended. So this is basically her home page. Visit us, hand you your service, schedule, book an appointment now. You know, she's got a pretty decent little page. I think there's a lot of things she could do to improve it. I do like the fact that she has a picture there and that she, you know, kind of helps build a relationship that way. And it looks nice, relaxing. It is clear, it is simple, but we're not doing a website analysis. Anyway, this is her landing page. And what you want to do is whenever you do a pay-per-click ad, you're going to bring them to a certain page. So I would advise creating a totally different page, not necessarily your home page, but specifically targeted for those types of ads. Like, for example, if people are saying back pain or massage for back pain Aurora, something like that, that's very specific, you'd make a page that says, hi, I'm so sorry that you're having back pain. I understand what it's like to be in that situation. I'm so very glad that you clicked on my link and that you made it to this page. And say, I am 100% willing to serve and help you and to take away this back pain from you. And you want to go through your kind of your information, but you want it targeted specifically to someone like that. Or if it's just simple as basic as Aurora massage therapist or massage therapist in Aurora, Colorado, then you want to say, hi, I am one of the best massage therapists in Aurora, Colorado, and I am very glad that you clicked my site. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. And I mean, I'm just giving off random examples, but you want to have a page for that. And so that's kind of the basics with pay-per-click, is that you want to, that it's very controllable and it's very awesome. Actually, you can get instant traffic today. So if you need appointments, I highly recommend pay-per-click. You probably don't want to be doing it for the next 10 years. That's okay, and if it's fine. If it brings in money, if it's a positive return on investment, do it. It doesn't matter. But if it doesn't, if it's not worth it, cut it out. Don't do it. And that's part of pay-per-click, is you just have to test. You will lose some money at first, and you'll figure it out. Next thing that I want to talk about is a little bit more of a mid-range. So we have pay-per-click, very short. Mid-range is by far social media. It's also a very long-term tactic, and it can be a very short-term tactic as well. But usually for social media, you have to build a following. You have to get people, and it's a great way to return your clients, your current clients, to getting more massages. It is a good way to get new massages, depending on your tactics and what you're doing. However, it's very good for existing clients and to have a returning client. So social media, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, we're talking about Facebook, like Twitter. Pinterest has actually been pretty decent for some massage therapists. LinkedIn, that's a good one you can do for your local businesses, and you can start to network with local businesses with LinkedIn. So you want to get to know those business owners. We might talk some more about that, but that's definitely a big hint, is go to LinkedIn and find the local businesses and search out the owners, connect with them, and maybe create relationships to where they refer to you, you refer to them, or anything like that, or even just give them a massage and as a free chair massage or free half hour, or however you want to do whatever you need to do, but to get them in the door. And the more influential and leaders you can have in the area, because they have family, they have friends, they have people that they talk to, and the more influential people you can become in contact with, then the more influential your massage therapist will be as well, especially if you give them great service. So that's one example of LinkedIn. That's a way you could get pretty quickly, you could get some clients pretty quickly. It's just LinkedIn. Facebook, super important. The reason why Facebook is so important with all the likes is because humans, we operate with this thing called social proof. And if we look around and we see that everyone likes something, then more than likely I'm going to like it too. And that's social proof. Facebook is huge for social proof. It's an easy way to connect to somebody. Unfortunately, a lot of your messages and the things, your updates that you put on Facebook actually don't get in front of your clients. Some of them do, or in front of the people that liked you, your fans. Some of them do, but now how things are going, it's harder and harder to get in front of them, and they're making it harder unless you pay for it. So that's kind of annoying, but that's kind of the trend that's going. However, do not neglect Facebook. It's awesome. Same thing with Twitter. You can give updates, give healthy updates. You can I would recommend, especially with social media, when I'm thinking about Twitter and Facebook, is it's super easy to waste your time. don't do it. Get in, do what you need to do something effective. The whole point of the whole point of social media is to have engagement with your clients or prospective clients, to engage with them, to teach them, to show them you're a real person, to build connection, to build trust, build credibility. I talk a lot about sales videos and the importance of those on your website, and it is to build trust, credibility, relationships. Same thing with social media. You can do a lot of the same things with social media. So don't overlook social media. That's definitely something you want to do. You can hire it. You can have people, social media experts out there do it. We do social media for some massage therapists. I haven't done a lot of it compared to search engine optimization or pay-per-click. But I do have social media experts that I know that are very good. They would do it, and I even have one on my team. I just don't use him as often as I do search engine optimization. However, there are people that can do social media for you. So if you want somebody to do it, definitely look around. You can find an expert. Contact us if you want help. We'll be happy to help. Same thing with engagement, personal touch. Don't waste your time. Those are probably some of the biggest things I want to cover with social media. The rest of it you can kind of figure out. You go to Facebook, you can learn how to make a business page. You can kind of figure all that stuff out, and definitely do it. So the ones I would recommend for massage therapists and that I see them have the best results are Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, surprisingly for me, and LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is if you're more strategic, and a lot of massage therapists don't use it. So here's a tip. Go use it. It's awesome. So there's 4. Those are the 4 things I do. Don't waste your time. It is easy to get into that trap. Next thing I want to talk about is search engine optimization. The whole purpose of this, well, I have made a video that's a little more in depth, but all of what search engine optimization is it helps you show up down here. It also helps kind of show up in the maps, but you can see right here, these two, these two, boom, boom. Those 2 are search engine optimized. They are the best, for the natural results is also what you might hear them as. Or actually these 3, I'm sorry, I couldn't see that color up there. So these 3 are the best of what natural results, of what Google recommends. These are the maps, and then these are the rest of the natural results. So with search engine optimization, Google is looking for a couple different things. The first thing that Google is looking for is they want to find out who is the most relevant for the words, for example, Denver massage therapist, or let's change it, Aurora massage, or massage therapist in Aurora. Say those are the words. They're trying to find who's the most relevant. So what they do is they go into your website, they send all these spiders, there's just basically these little robots that crawl all through your website, and they basically learn and see everything that you have on your website. Then after that, they get a good idea of exactly what is there, and then they do that for all the other websites around the world, and then they say, okay, which website is the most relevant as far as content, as far as all these little things on the website, because there's a lot, we'll not get into it, but there's a lot you can do on your website to really make yourself shine for Aurora, or massage therapist in Aurora, Colorado. So there's a lot of things you can do, and they take all the websites all around the world and they place them in order. This is the most relevant, the next. So they do all of that for massage therapist Aurora, Colorado. And then what they do, and that's not the only thing that they do to get those top spots. What they do after that is they look for who is the most trusted, credible, and who is an authority, and it's kind of hard to know who do people like. It's kind of hard to know all of that. So the way that Google, they've set up all these algorithms, they're crazy, involved, and intricate, and really extensive and hard to figure out. However, we can kind of find and figure out what they look for, and they're also changing this algorithm all the time. So like I mentioned, you might do some things that don't work. It's because they're always changing this, and there's all these updates that are always going on and confusing people. So who knows, maybe tomorrow Google will do an update and all 3 of these will actually be on the bottom, or there maybe even be on the 2nd or 3rd page, just because of some of the results or the requirements that they have for finding the most relevant and the most trusted websites to put up at the top. So, in order to build trust and credibility and authority for Google in Google's eyes, is the main way to do it is link building, and that's to be found all around the internet in different places with a link coming from another website to you, pointing to you. So it's basically a recommendation of them saying, "Hey, I think the other one we clicked was Denver, but it was massage therapist Micah. Here's some free advertising for you, is that Mika is the best massage therapist in Denver. Go to her." Boom, there's a link. This link over here says Mika's great massage therapist. Boom, Denver. Denver massage therapist. Boom, to Mika. And if they're all pointing to Mika, that is very powerful, and that's one way that Google can see. And there's lots of ways to build links. Tons of ways. There's some really bad ways to build links that'll get you actually penalized, that will drop you in your rankings, and there's really good ways to build links that which will get you towards the top. So very intricate, very involved. The thing I recommend with search engine optimization, it is so difficult, and it's not even that difficult. It's actually pretty easy once you learn the basics and once you do a lot of things, but it does take a lot of time. You do need to keep on top of what the algorithms are doing. You do need to stay on top of all these things. It takes a lot of effort, and for massage therapists, I find that it's not something you want to do. It's not even something I like to do. I used to freelance it all the time. I do understand it, and I'm always learning about it, but as far as the actual tactics and things to do, I pay somebody else to do that for me on my team, and they go through and they do all of those step-by-step things, making things happen, changing this, tweaking that, and they do it all. It's just not something that I personally enjoy. And I'm sure you at the same time probably won't do the same thing. So I do recommend getting an expert. There's a lot of them out there. Don't get too confused. We would love to help you. I have a team. I do have search engine optimization experts that work for me, and then I would be able to help you as well. So that's definitely an option. I do recommend getting an expert because there's so much going on there, but if you want to do it, then there's plenty of resources out there to learn. But think about it this way: anything you can do to help build your relevancy on your website for the keywords that you want, and anything you can do to build trust around the internet is awesome. Do them, and it will help. So your rankings will go up, and it does take some time. Google wants to know that you're consistent, that you're trustable, you're reliable, and it does take some time to get up to the top. Unless you're in some podunk little town, it's super easy to get up on top. You build a website and then boom, you're on the top. That's awesome. But for most people, you need to put some work into it. And what's good about it though is once you get the work into there, all it takes is just a little bit of maintenance, every week, and you get that. But most of the traffic comes to these in the natural results. You will get a lot of traffic through the maps. There's a lot of ways to get your maps listing, or your Google local, or however they call it, listing up into the maps. It's kind of similar to search engine optimization. You need to have your profile set up in a good way that shows all the right things in the right places so that you're showing up for Denver massage therapist. And then there's some other things that are called citations that you need to build, and it's like name, address, phone number, and it's like all sorts of things around the internet that will help you build trust and credibility and help rise you up to the top of those maps. So that's kind of an overview of maps. So if you want to be up on the maps, then you work with your Google profile, and then you get it filled out as complete as you possibly can, and then you want to build citations around the internet, and then there's some more requirements, but we won't get into that today. So maps is pretty much kind of like SEO, just different, so you can work on that too. Now I definitely think I've talked long enough. However, I hope it's all been valuable information for you, and I want to take away your fears, your frustrations. Hope you have a good idea, general idea of what's going on. And then if you need help, obviously we're here and willing to help. But with that aside, I want to say that it's totally doable. You can totally get traffic, whether short-term, mid-term, long-term. I would recommend doing all three. I don't recommend jumping into all three all at once, hardcore. I would recommend taking a month, starting with one. Do Google AdWords for a month. Figure it out, learn it, get it going, get it to where it's producing good results. Do that for a month, and then the next thing, start on social media. Do a couple things, work on that for a month while still doing your PPC, if you need it. And then next, start with your search engine optimization. Go through your website, get all the right types of things done to it, and then afterwards, start building all these links and get all these things done, and do that as a longer term thing. So I might recommend taking it month by month, and don't jump in and don't overwhelm yourself. It's easy to do that, so just relax, calm down, you're good. But it's totally doable. You have your pay-per-click. You know, you can get traffic today and get business today. There's no reason for you not to be giving massages to people. They need it, you need it, they deserve it, and you deserve it. You're awesome. You need to build this life, and you're doing so awesome at it. So again, thanks for being awesome. Thanks for being who you are, and thanks for having guts to go out there and do something and make something happen for yourself, for you and your business. And I hope you're the best. If you have any questions, give us a call or send us an email. Email is usually the easiest. support@massagemarketingagency.com. Go to our website. There's a lot of valuable stuff there. YouTube, we got a lot of videos, a lot of those types of things. So good luck. Like this. If it's in YouTube, go ahead, like it, comment. Also too, if it's on the website, there's probably a section for comments below. Go ahead and write in those comments right now. Go comment and say, this is what I've learned. Thank you for this. Or if you have questions, say, oh, what about this? And ask us a question, and we'll get back to you and we'll respond. Also too, if you feel that this video needed anything, or if it missed out on something, then let us know. If you ever have any type of frustrations or anything with doing any of this, let us know. Just send us an email, and if there is something that we can do or give you a quick advice or anything like that, we will. So we are on your team, and we want you to succeed. In the meantime, take care. This video is long enough. I love you guys. Take care.